Action.
Hi guys, so this week we're having a word and worship night at the church building at 7:40 p.m. on Wednesday night. Wednesday night? Yep, Wednesday night. And we're just going to do a quick summary of the preach on today, Sunday. Pete was talking on the culture of generosity and just quickly had a quick summary from Mike's preach the previous week, which the things that make a generous person. There's 4 things. First is that they lend freely. Second is that they give despite their circumstances. Third is that they see needs and they meet them. And fourth is that they go over and above in their generosity. Those who give are giving and trusting in the generosity of God rather than the things of this world. Generosity is more than just money. It comes in giving of your time and serving in time and in your gifts as well. Pete mentioned Timothy Keller. It is possible to be technically generous but not be radically generous within your soul and being. He preached out of Mark 10:35 to 45. Just going to read that now. Which is about James and John. So James and John, the 2 sons of Zebedee, came up to Jesus saying, "Teacher, we want you to do for us whatever we ask of you." And he said to them, "What do you want me to do for you?" They said to him, "Grant that we may sit, one on your right and one on your left, in your glory." But Jesus said to them, "You do not know what you are asking. Are you able to drink the cup that I drink, or to be baptized with the baptism with which I am baptized?" They said to him, "We are able." And Jesus said to them, "The cup that I drink you shall drink, and you shall be baptized with the baptism with which I am baptized. But to sit on my right or on my left, this is not mine to give, but it is for those for whom it has been prepared." Hearing this, the 10 began to feel indignant with James and John. Calling them to himself, Jesus said to them, "You know that those who are recognized as rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great men exercise authority over them. But it is not this way among you, but whoever wishes to become great among you shall be your servant, and whoever wishes to be first amongst you shall be slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many." And there was just two main points that Pete took out of those verses. And the first was that James and John got one thing right, and that was Jesus' glory and his glory over all, and recognizing that truth. And Joel's going to take it from here.
So the second point that Peter said was that one thing that they did not understand, and that was that true greatness in the kingdom of God starts with servanthood. So in verse 42 it says, calling them to himself, Jesus said to them, "You know that those who are recognized as rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great men exercise authority over them. But it is not this way among you, but whoever wishes to become great among you shall be your servant, and whoever wishes to be the first among you shall be the slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." So Pete was saying that the heart of radical generosity lies in genuine servanthood. In John 3:16, it says that God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son. In the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus was praying, and he took along the sons of Zebedee, John and James, which were just mentioned. In that garden, Jesus was praying about the upcoming, cross and crucifixion, and he was saying, "Not my will, but yours be done." And so Jesus was declaring that he would endure the suffering for the sake of obedience to his Father. But by contrast, the sons of Zebedee, who Jesus asked them to stand and keep watch with him, could not stay awake, but they were sleeping, and they were servicing their own needs. So if you are generous, you will be a blessing, and you will be blessed. And Peter was saying that the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve. So Pete had 4 practical applications of this. One was that you should know what you're good at and use that talent for the benefit of others. 2, be aware of wasting time and not allowing that to be an excuse not to have time to serve others. 3, make it a goal weekly to do something nice for someone else. And 4, and finally, make a deliberate choice to serve and not to be served. So that's the summary. So we have 3 questions for you. The first one is, what do you think serving is and how do you serve? 2, in Revelations it says that Jesus himself will serve us at his supper. How does that make you feel knowing that the King of Glory will himself serve you? And how do you think others will respond? Or how do you think you will respond to regarding serving others? Sorry. And 3rd and finally, what did it mean that Jesus came to be served and not to serve? And how did he accomplish that? So that's it. The 3rd question you can use to talk about the gospel. And we'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks.